Hey, folks. Good morning. Good morning to Get Rich. To you, viewers of Get Rich 101. Here we are. Shout out to New Thought Media Network for allowing me the space and the opportunity to grow. Once again, shout out to Reverend Briz for coming in the last minute and hooking it up. I was really kind of looking forward to not doing the show today. I admit it. I admit it. I admit it. But he got it in at the last little lick of time, and so he got me in. So here we are. Here we are. So here's my my. I don't know what I was gonna say there, but I don't know what I was gonna say there. So you just missed me. So anyway, Fridays is my day where I kind of talk about what's been going on with me and let people know what's happening. And I don't feel so much like doing it today, but I'm gonna try to push through and do it anyway. So, so today, Friday, I'm thinking about this week, and this week I had physical training Tuesday, right? And I told him I went in and told him that my back hurt. The back did hurt, still hurts a little bit, and well, it hurts more than a little bit. Let me be honest. And so I went in to see him. And he said, "Well, let's just work on that then. Let's just devote our time to your back." And then he worked on my back, worked on my back, and then afterwards he said, let's talk about it. And basically, he reminded me. He reminded me of the the curve that I have in my spine. Now, I know you've heard this before. You've heard of lots of people that have scoliosis. It's just a slight bend in the spine. Right? Well, for me, it's extreme. It's extreme. It's been this way since I don't know, since like high school, like even earlier than high school. But I have adapted to it, and thus far I've done my things without it. But it was his first time seeing it. He was alarmed, and he was trying to get me to do some exercises at home and whatnot. And he, I don't know, it made me feel kind of low. It made me feel kind of low, and it took me a while to to help me with myself to remember that I ran a marathon. I ran a marathon. I ran a marathon twice, right? With my spine the way it is. With my spine the way it is. So I know that my doctors would not have recommended that, but I did it. I did it. I ran a marathon twice, right? It took me a long time this week of getting up to that level of being proud of myself and fighting back. But I just want to remind you that people are going to say things about you, and people will mean whatever, however they mean it. But you've got to decide what it means to you. Right? You've got to decide what it means to you, because I forgot to a large degree because of my amnesia. I forgot to a large degree about my scoliosis because in caught up in the in a I just use the word. Just use the word. Um, uh, what's the word?
Scoliosis. Is it scoliosis?
No, like I can't remember something.
Oh, aphasia. Amnesia.
Amnesia, right there, right there, right there. All right, so with the amnesia, it was, it kind of pushed itself out of my way, and I got up and I ran the marathon. I ran the marathon again, doing all these things, and now it's dawning on me that maybe I shouldn't have been doing those things, but I did them anyway. I did them successfully anyway. So I give myself that pat on the back, that pat on the back, and I just I just am hopeful that someone out there hears this message and realizes that your blessing is within you. Right? And I was listening to my my YouTube yesterday. I was running and listening to my YouTube, listening to inspiring words from um, Lee Lee Brown,
Yes.
Les Brown. Thank you, Fee. Les Brown from E.T. E.T. the hip hop preacher, and all those people. Mainly those guys because they are loud enough that I could hear while I'm running. And they were talking about um, something what you do when you're confronted. Like one of them was being asked a question. The person said, like, what do you do? Like I just had the accident. What do I do now? And the guy was like, just do it. It was that simple. It's just do it anyway. I'm like, whoa, just do it anyway. It's like, you can find all excuses, but you got to go ahead and do it anyway. So I appreciate that, and I'm trying to incorporate that into myself. So I'll be going back to uh, physical therapy on Tuesday, and I have some more to talk about, and we'll and I'll ask him about what what things I can do to make me change something because it's been a long time. Like I said, high school. High school is when we really noticed it, but it was happening before high school. So, most of my life, all of my life, really. So we have to figure what that is, and what can be done. What can be done. But meanwhile, I'm still a hero. I'm still a hero. I still got the hero sweatshirt on. I'm still fighting. I'm still fighting. So that's what I got to say about that. And let me check my comments and see if there's anything I need to respond to. Feed King is typing stuff from right across from me. Well, let's see. I think your right side pain to overshadow your scoliosis. Yeah, yeah. I mean, I hadn't thought about it, but yeah, obviously it could. It could have. It could be why I have this pain on my right side. For any reason, like the fact that my spine is curved over to the right might mean that that's why my right hand side of my body is reacting. So who knows? But it's time to bring it up to the doctors, to bring it up in a deep, prolonged way, and let these doctors deal with it. Because maybe these pills that are doing nothing but make me sleepy, like I fall out like that, like mid sentence, make me fall out, That maybe those pills aren't doing anything because they're not doing anything for me, but maybe there's something else that needs to be done based on my scoliosis. So I'll have to check that out. Okay. You ran the marathon because your will is stronger than your excuses. The will is stronger than your excuses. Ashe. Thanks, V King. Thanks, V King. I appreciate you. All right, so, oh yeah, here's the definition. Scoliosis is a sideways curvature of the spine that occurs most often during the growth spurt just before puberty. Yeah, see, we discovered it in high school. I was running track, and one of the coaches stopped me and said, "Hey, Sekou, did you realize that you're tilting one way when you get tired?" I was like, "No, I didn't notice that." So yeah, once you get that checked out, and that's when we discovered that I had a deep curvature. It was a deep curvature, and so that's when we discovered it. But it was old. It was old from before then, and so anyway, we're not sure what caused it, but just that we've had this sideways curvature in my spine for a long time. All right. All right. And yeah, scoliosis had not stopped Sekou from running and exercising. All right. All right. All right. I did run slower. I have been running slower, but but I yeah, I've been running slower. I've just been running slower. But I have been running. But I have been running. I did my full run today before this show. So I got to give my shout out to Feed King for getting me up and getting me out yesterday. And after that, I was like, "Oh shoot, maybe I can do this. Maybe I can do this. Maybe I can get up. Maybe I can get up." And I got up and I got out and I ran and I felt so proud of myself. I felt so proud of myself.
I'm proud of you.
Thank you, Feed. Thank you, Feed. So yeah, thanks so much. Yeah. All right, folks. Yeah, so that's all we got on my 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 feelings. My feelings. I want to borrow those up. And now we're gonna talk about um, Jim Carrey. So Jim Carrey has been interesting because this got mentioned in my class yesterday. My class yesterday was the Dare to Prosper. That's the book. Dare to Prosper. Was that the book? Yeah, that's the book we were doing yesterday. So we were doing this book, and then this woman made this reference right as the class was leaving, was breaking up about Jim Carrey and his $10 million check. And I was like, that reminds me of something. It reminds me of Jim Carrey just a little bit. So I'm gonna play it for you. Let's see.
Mulholland Drive every night. I used to go up to Mulholland Drive every night, sit on the side of the road, look out at the lights, and go, I'm a popular actor. I'm, every director wants to work with me. And I used to like open my arms and imagine things, things that I wanted come in my way and stuff. And what I would do, it was a way of dealing with, being completely out of work. I would stay up there until I actually believed that I had all these things. And then I would drive down the mountain feeling like the biggest star in Hollywood, like I was working all the time, like the best people wanted to work with me. And I had my thing in my pocket, my little check in my pocket.
You wrote yourself a check.
Yes, I did. I guess it's like 6-7 years ago now. I wrote a check out to myself for $10 million for acting services rendered. And I put it in my wallet and I carried it for that many years. And what happened was basically a few months ago, we did the deal for the mask for $10 million.
$10 million payment for doing the mask.
Right. Payment for doing the mask too. And so it's very surreal for me. It's strange.
That's great, right? That's great. And we've been talking so much about oh, sorry. There we go. So that's what is so interesting because we've been talking visualizing, 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 visualizing. And what you have to do is you have to visualize something specific. Now, Jim Carrey wrote himself a check for $10 million when he was broke, when he was flat bust, didn't have anything. He wrote himself a check for $10 million and put it in his wallet and carried it around with him everywhere he went. Right? And then the universe orchestrated itself and put him on the map so that he could win, so he could be awarded $10 million for his work on story time. Wait a minute, what was the name of the movie? Mass 2. Mass 2. So not the first Mass, but the second Mass. Not the first Mass, but the second Mass. And so just reminds you, you got to be specific. You got to be specific in your claim to fame, your thing that you want. You got to be specific. Not be like, oh, I want to be rich. Oh, I want to have a nice car. I want to have a nice boat. I want to have a nice. No, you got to be specific. What kind of car do you want? And imagine it. Imagine it. Imagine it. And you can even test it with something small. You know, do something small like, I don't know, like a salad bowl. Like, you know what I mean? Just a quick one. Just something simple and easy. And think about it all the time, all the time, all the time, all the time. And watch that manifest in your life. And also use treasure maps. I call them treasure maps, but people call them vision boards. Vision boards. All right? So, yeah. All right. So, here's Free King writing across the room from me. Let's see. Wallace D. Waddles. Yes, Wallace D. Waddles. You know that's reward, right? You know that's reward. Because that's the podcast that I did. And those of you who have not checked out that podcast, you need to check it out. You need to check out the podcast. It's the same title as this, Get Rich 101. Just go on your podcast platform and look for Get Rich 101 and listen to the podcast. It's good. It's good. All right. Bob Proctor and numerous others thinking spiritual leaders, and we subscribe to this belief. Hold the image on the screen a mind of who you are becoming. Be specific, get detailed, believe it. Yeah, you gotta believe it. You gotta be specific and be consistent for a long period of time. Like for Jim Carrey, he didn't release it for years. For 7 years, he did not release it. He kept that same check, folded up in his body. Now, how many times have I heard this story? How many times have I heard this story and I haven't written a check? I'm about to write a check. I'm about to write a check. And call it in. Call it down. Call it down. Call it down. All right. Ashe. Yeah. Okay, folks. Yeah, this was a great testimony from Jim Carrey. Be mindful of the good that you want as possible, and so are the things that you don't want. Visualize only the things and situations you want for yourself. You want for yourself. Great testimony from Jim Carrey. And imagine Jim Carrey like parked up on Mulholland Drive. If you've ever been up Mulholland Drive, it's a gorgeous street, but it's like windy and desolate, and it's all these mansions all up there. But just to be up there and to be, I don't know, just to be thinking about him wanting all these things to the point where he felt like he had these things by the time he came down. Like that is unnerving. Like to imagine it so adamantly that by the time you leave the mountains, you feel like you already have the things achieved. That's something. And you just got to keep on doing it. Keep on doing it. Keep on doing it. Keep on doing it. I don't know how often he was doing it, but he was doing it enough. He was doing it enough. All right. Okay, folks. All right, so that's what I have to say about today. And Free King is shouting out Nelson right here, which is why I'm sitting kind of funny because the cat is right here. The cat is right here. Let me see if you can see him. You see him? Yeah, you see him right there. Yeah. No, no. That's it. That's it. That's him. That's him. Okay. All right. So thanks everybody for checking us out. Remember the things that I'm doing. I am doing a book. A book. Let me get my book out. Book. Hack Your Pay Now. Hack Your Pay Now is available on all the different ways you can buy it. So please buy it and support me. And also, I've got the podcast, Get Rich 101. The podcast is available now. It's great. It's great. It's great. You should check it out. And let's see, what else am I doing? I think that's it. I think that's it. Check my notes. So I think that's it. And yeah, and so I'll see you next week. Oh, so today's Friday. Today's Friday. So just a reminder. It's a reminder that you have to choose. Well, those of you who want to be down, you got to choose your stocks between 3 and 4 o'clock. 3 and 4 o'clock today, right? Because that's when you got to check to see which one is moving in your direction. So I'm going to be choosing my stock today between 3 o'clock and 4 o'clock, and I'm going to be buying my stock. So I hope you do the same. Monday I'll be doing my little recap of what happened, what I bought, how it turned out, how I went. So yeah, so check me out. Don't forget, just sign up for Webull and get started. Get started. All right. But remember, I am just giving you the things that have worked well for me. The things that work well for me. I'm not saying it's going to work well for you. All right? Okay. So, all right, folks. I will see you later. I will see you on Monday where I'll be talking about the weekend hustle. The weekend hustle. And remember that now is better than perfect. Now is better than perfect. All right? We will see you later. See you later.